Mayor here in Omaha is facing backlash after making a controversial statement at an event over the weekend.
Taylor Johnson joins us live with why he's doubling down on the statement and how his opponents are responding tonight.
Aaron and John, not only did Mike McDonnell say he believes the homeless coordinator for Omaha is a DEI hire, he also says if he becomes mayor, he'll fire her on his first day. While speaking at the Free Speech Society on Saturday, Omaha mayoral candidate Mike McDonnell said he believes the city's homeless coordinator, Tamara Dwyer, is a DEI hire.
So Mayor Stothert hires a homeless coordinator, which first day in office, if you choose me as your mayor, she's going to be fired. Based on that, it is such a DEI hire.
In a statement to First Alert 6, McDonnell says, in part, I have suggested that the Omaha Homeless Services Coordinator, Tamara Dwyer, was a diversity, equity, and inclusion hire because her position was created with federal funds just 3 months after Mayor Stothert signed a DEI agreement with the National League of Cities. Mayor Stothert says McDonnell's claims disgusts her. She says it's Dwyer's credentials that got her hired in 2022.
There was a job description. There was an application process. She applied. I think we had 6 to 8 that were sent to me to interview. They were all, really qualified. But she stood out because of her passion.
In his statement, McDonnell also says Ms. Dwyer has taken no meaningful action to address the more than 100 homeless encampments throughout the city. Mayor Stothert says the city, is seeing progress based on Dwyer's work.
They are working on getting them not just shelter, but Social Security cards, help for mental illness, for substance abuse. They are trying to get them connected with all of these great services we have in Omaha.
Omaha mayoral candidate John Ewing was also at the event where McDonnell spoke. He tells First Alert 6 in part, as a leader, it is never acceptable to publicly criticize or belittle any employee. His remarks were not only unkind, but also baseless and unfounded. This matter demands a thoughtful, expert-driven approach involving professionals from various fields. We must address mental health, expand shelter capacity, promote affordable housing, ensure living wage jobs, and much more. In Omaha, Taylor Johnson, First Alert 6. We've also reached out to mayoral candidate Jasmine Harris. We are waiting to hear back from her. In the meantime, you can find statements from everyone mentioned in this story at firstalerts6.com.